estate developer in England, and I was on a site visit to one of our developments in Northampton when a team of workers who were trying to unload a rather large electrical generator from a truck experienced tragedy. Someone let go of the at the wrong moment, and the extremely heavy machinery came crashing to the pavement. One corner of it caught a worker on the shin and totally shattered the bone. His leg was twisted at a horrifying angle, and the broken bone was sticking out of the side of his calf. A truly sickening sight, I assure you. Luckily, there was a doctor on site who immediately took charge and tried to reset the bone. This involved returning the bone to its original position and rejoining the two severed ends. Now, we had to dig around on the bloody pavement to find all the little pieces of shattered bone so that he could place them all back in the fracture where they belong, like pieces of a bloody, gory jigsaw puzzle. Now, when the bone was being reset, the electrician screamed like a baby. I've never observed anyone endure such excruciating pain in my life. He sounded like he was being stabbed, but once the bones were realigned, he was calm once more, breathing evenly and calmly. It was hard to watch, but I also learned so many amazing things that day. Now, while they worked, the doctor was explaining how bones operate. Okay, so it was going to take several weeks for this bone to heal, but it would have to be put in a cast to ensure that it doesn't move about while the healing process took place. Now, if the bone lay in a crooked position, it would heal and grow in that crooked position, and the poor fellow's leg would be crooked forever. People are just like bones. We often break. Under the weight of immense pressure, a person can just lose control and snap. No matter how strong you are, sometimes a hefty blow takes you by surprise and your equilibrium is shattered. You lose a loved one, you are made redundant, you're diagnosed with a terminal illness, your business goes bust, you fail your exams, your spouse or partner leaves you. These things can have the same effect on you as that generator had on the poor man's tibia that day, leaving you a shattered, bloody mess. Now, the truth is, when you're broken, the hardest thing in the world is getting back to normal. But it is also a crucial step one in any recovery process. You need to reset the clock and return your broken self to the same state you were in before you got hurt. You need to get back into the job market, into the classroom, into the dating scene. Whatever conditions led to your loss, you need to return to them in order to have a fresh start. And that can be painful. But don't worry, once you settle back in, once the bone is reset, you'll feel much better. Now, for bones, healing happens in 3 stages. First, inflammation. This starts immediately after the bone is fractured, and it lasts for several days. There's bleeding into the area, leading to inflammation and clotting of blood at the fracture site. Now, this provides the initial structural stability and framework for producing new bone. Stage 2 is bone production, which begins when the clotted blood formed by inflammation is replaced with fibrous tissue and cartilage, which later grows into hard bone. Bone remodeling is the final phase of bone healing, and this goes on for several months. The bone continues to form and becomes compact, returning to its original shape. In addition, blood circulation in the area improves, and then, of course, once adequate bone healing has occurred, weight bearing, like standing or walking, encourages bone remodeling. Right. Now, let me tell you the second truth. Loss and grief, like fractured bones, heal in stages. You've got to give it time. First, it hurts like hell, but the bleeding is necessary to create the conditions which are required for rebirth. Then, regeneration. That means starting from scratch. This is when you need to be most productive. You've been sent back to square one, and you have a lot of catching up to do. You need to get back into the saddle and ride faster than ever. Finally, remodeling. After going through rebirth and taking lessons that you've learned from your loss, you can now reinvent yourself. You are a new creation, so you can be whatever you want to be. But just as a healing bone needs a cast to ensure it heals straight, you must always create a structure of rules and rigor to ensure you stay disciplined and stick to the new plan. It's crucial if you want to heal correctly and not turn out crooked. All right, so I guess today's message is simple. We all take a hit every now and then. We all suffer setbacks and breaks, but each break is an opportunity to reinvent ourselves as long as we make it through the painful but necessary steps. My name is Koji Yankson, and however broken you may be, time and endurance heals all things. Good morning, Ghana.
It's 6 o'clock. Hello, welcome to Joy News at 6. The news is live on Joy 90.